You know what's funny? When I started this YouTube channel, I assumed most of the people watching would already live somewhere here in Metro Atlanta. Turns out I was completely wrong. The majority of people watching these videos, like you, are actually coming from other states, and the top 5 states surprised me. The number 5 state watching these videos is New York. Number 4 is Florida. Number 3 is Illinois. Number 2 is Texas. And the number 1 state where people are watching my videos about Atlanta real estate, California. So, if you're watching from any of those states right now and you're thinking about moving here, there are 5 things that I think you know about moving here before you get here. Because Atlanta is not New York. It's not Chicago. It's not Los Angeles. It's not Dallas. And it's definitely not Miami. The way we commute is different. The way we buy homes here is different. The way neighborhoods work is different. And if you don't understand those differences before you get here, you can easily end up buying the wrong house in the wrong place and wondering why everybody else seems to love Atlanta while you're still stuck in traffic. I'm Rob Smith with the Rob Smith team at Keller Williams Realty in town Atlanta. We've helped hundreds of buyers and sellers navigate the Metro Atlanta market. And today I want to talk specifically to those of you who are thinking about making the move here. Number 1, commute time is more important than house size. If there's one thing I wish every relocating buyer understood before they got here, it's this: your commute matters more than your house. I know that's not exciting. Nobody relocates across the country because they're excited about traffic. But Atlanta is a driving city. We do have MARTA, it's dependable. The challenge is that Atlanta grew much faster than its rail system did. Unlike New York, Chicago, Washington, or Boston, or maybe even parts of California, public transportation doesn't reach everywhere people live and work. That means a lot of us drive every single day. Before you get serious about a neighborhood here in Atlanta, pull up Google Maps where you are right now during rush hour. Not Saturday, not Sunday, Tuesday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Thursday at 5:30 or 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. See what your life is actually going to look like. Look right down on that map and look at all the red and all the yellow and just be aware of that. Because I'd rather see you buy a slightly smaller house and get 2 hours of your life back every day than buy your dream house way out here and then spend 10 years staring at brake lights on 285. Number 2, Atlanta is a city of neighborhoods. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is focusing on Atlanta as a city instead of Atlanta as a collection of neighborhoods. Y'all, there's 6.5 million people here spread out over 14 counties. It's huge. It's like an entire state unto itself. And we're really a city of hundreds and hundreds of neighborhoods. They're all stitched together. Some are famous, some aren't. Some are very expensive, and some are little hidden gems. And some are perfect for people who don't even know they exist. Take a neighborhood called Ormwood Park, for example. Most people moving from out of state have never heard of it. You probably won't even hear of it when you get here. Half of the people can't even pronounce it if they saw it written down. But for years, it's been a fantastic alternative for buyers who thought they wanted Grant Park, but wanted a little bit more value. Or buyers who thought they wanted East Atlanta Village on the other side, but realized they wanted something a little bit more low-key vibey. My advice? Don't visit Atlanta just for a weekend. Visit for a full week. I'm talking Monday morning through Friday evening. Drive neighborhoods, walk the neighborhoods, eat in the neighborhood restaurants, and go to the coffee shops. Spend time here. As a matter of fact, if you can come on a Saturday or Sunday, go to some open houses in that neighborhood, and then when the open house is done, go to the closest coffee shop in that neighborhood. You are going to see the actual neighbors there. That's what happens on a Sunday afternoon in these neighborhoods. You get to talk to the neighbors, hear conversations. They're all talking about real estate, by the way, because they all just got back from open houses, and you can kind of hear the vibe of what's going on there. The neighborhood you choose will ultimately have a bigger impact on your happiness than almost anything else. Number 3, buying a house in Georgia works differently. This surprises almost everyone who's from out of state. Georgia is a buyer beware state. Caveat emptor, okay? That sounds scary, but it's actually pretty straightforward. Most sellers will complete a seller property disclosure statement, but unlike some states, our homes here are not usually fully inspected by a home inspector before they hit the market with that report given to you so you can make a decision about what you want to do. We just have the seller property disclosure statement 99% of the time. The responsibility then falls on you, the buyer, to conduct your own inspection and investigation. The good news is our contracts are generally built around that reality. So buyers usually get what we call a due diligence period here, where they can inspect the home, negotiate repairs, obtain contractor estimates, ask questions, and decide whether the property is right for them. That due diligence period could be anywhere from 3 or 4 days all the way up to 14 or 15 days or longer, depending on how much investigation you need to do and what time frame the seller is willing to give you. During that period, they can generally terminate and receive their deposit money, or what we call earnest money here in Georgia, back 100%. For a lot of people moving from other states, that's a very different process than what they're used to. So don't assume your home buying experience here will look exactly like it did where you're coming from. Number 4, the taxes may not be what you expect. Everybody compares home prices. Very few people compare total ownership cost. First of all, Georgia does have a state income tax. Some of the states watching this channel right now don't. Property taxes vary significantly depending on the county you live in, whether or not a homestead exemption applies, and whether or not you're in an incorporated area in that county. For instance, DeKalb County has more unincorporated parts than incorporated parts. Atlanta bleeds over into DeKalb County, and also our 2 biggest cities there are Decatur, Chamblee, and then you have Stone Mountain and a few others, but there's more unincorporated areas than incorporated. And the property taxes are near rock bottom for the unincorporated places. And a lot of times they're right across the street from what you want to be in, and you kind of get the benefit of living somewhere at a low property insurance cost, and you get to walk right across the street to all the amenities that the incorporated area has. Now, utility costs can vary as well. So when you're comparing Atlanta to where you're coming from, don't just compare the price tag on the house. Compare what it actually costs to live there every single month. Sometimes the more expensive house is actually cheaper to own. And sometimes the bargain house isn't nearly as much of a bargain as it looks. Number 5, Atlanta is surprisingly low drama when it comes to Mother Nature. Here's something most people never think about until they lived in a few different parts of the country. Atlanta is actually pretty boring when it comes to natural disasters. And I mean that as a compliment. We don't deal with earthquakes. We don't deal with widespread wildfires. We're not directly sitting in Hurricane Alley. Sure, we occasionally get tornadoes, we occasionally get remnants of hurricanes, and no place is immune from weather. But compared to California, Florida, Texas, parts of the Midwest, and much of the Gulf Coast, Atlanta is remarkably stable when it comes to weather. That's one reason many people end up staying here a lot longer than they originally planned. So, if you're thinking about moving to Atlanta, don't just browse homes online. Get on a plane and get here and spend a week. Explore neighborhoods, test your commute, learn how Georgia contracts work, understand our taxes, and make sure you're choosing the right place for the life you actually want to live. If you'd like some help figuring all of that out, head on over to robsmith.com and click the buy button. My team and I can help you narrow down neighborhoods, understand the market, and connect with lenders, and even create a plan before you ever pack a moving truck. Atlanta is a fantastic place to live, but it's even better if you know what you're getting into before you arrive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.